Hello there! My Star Wars Vintage Collection order from Entertainment Earth has arrived. Let's take a look at these newest 8 action figures for my collection and see if it was a worthwhile purchase. I'm excited to open this box. I ordered 10 figures, but 2 of them got back ordered. So we'll have to cover those 2 at a later episode. But it's time to open this box and see if I am happy with the figures that I bought. Now, of course, as I open this, I would like to invite you to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would appreciate it if you did. Well, we got some nice packaging around things. Hopefully, the action figures are in good shape. Tell you what, I'm going to get them out of the box first, and then we can go through them. Well, like I said, I have 8 new figures for my collection. So let's take a look at them and see if they're any good or not. The first one is from the TV show Obi-wan Kenobi and is the Clone Trooper 501st Legion. Led by Captain Rex, the 501st Legion is a tight-knit squadron of clone troopers known for strength of character and unwavering loyalty. It is a nice-looking clone trooper. I love the blue highlights on it. It really adds to the figure quite a bit. And you'll notice we have a long pistol and a nice rifle to go along with it. This one happens to be Vintage Collection 240. And as you can see on the back, we've got a picture of what the front looks like. So, nothing overly out of the ordinary there, I guess you could say. But, I like it. This is a good start to the collection of these new 8 figures. The next one we have here is from the TV show Rebels. And it happens to be Chopper in the Imperial disguise. With help from his fellow Spectre crew member, Sabine Wren, Chopper could join his team's undercover missions in disguise, painted as an Imperial droid. There again, I like the card. It really looks sharp. This one really shows Chopper's attitude. We've got the armor swinging off to the side. We've got the satellite dish coming out of his top. The paint job on him just looks great. In fact, this is one of the better R units that I have seen for a vintage collection figure. This one looks sharp. I am going to enjoy hanging this on the wall. I wish there was a few more Rebel action figures out. There's been very few of them that I've seen so far. In fact, this is only going to be the 3rd figure I have from the television show in the vintage collection. Now, I do have a lot more in the Black Series collection, but just not very many in the vintage collection. I hope Hasbro takes care of that and comes out with some more. Then, and yes, I know the Ghost with the HasLab had different figures for it, but it's nice to see just the figures for sale by themselves and not that you have to spend $500 to get a group of figures for it. The next 2 come from the Ahsoka TV series. And the first one is Lieutenant Callahan, a New Republic E-Wing pilot. Lieutenant Callahan and her droid KE-4N4 aid Governor Ryder on the world of Lothal. There again, the first thing that captures my attention is a pretty good facial sculpt there for a vintage collection. Nice detailing on the uniform, especially with the addition of the chest plate there. And of course, a removable helmet and a pistol. Now, as far as the card goes, it's in decent shape, but we got a little bit of warpage going on here with this one. The other 2 weren't too bad, but this one's got a little warpage. But I think that could be straightened out, and it isn't crinkled or anything, so I'm not going to complain about that very much. The other one from the Ahsoka series is the Mandalorian Super Commando. Darth Maul's loyal Mandalorians wear modified red and black armor to reflect allegiance to the Dark Lord, and some even fashion horns atop their helmets to better resemble the Night Brother leader. This figure looks phenomenal. I love it. The armor and the paint job on it is great. I love the horns on the helmet. Looks like we have 8 horns on this particular one. 4 little, 4 big, Comes with a backpack, 2 pistols, just basic old silver color, and a rifle. Nice collection of accessories with this particular one. This one happens to be number 353. By the way, this one was 351. And Chopper happened to be 350. So 1 or 50, 51, 53. Hopefully we got 52 in here somewhere. But a great looking figure for the collection. Out of all of these so far, and Chopper was up there to begin with, this one I think is my favorite of the 4 so far. Let's see what the rest of them look like. The next one is from the Mandalorian, and I guess this one was a deluxe figure. It's a little more expensive, and as you can see, the card is a little wider. But the thing is, with what comes with it, I think this one should have been the deluxe, and this one should have been a regular. But this happens to be IG-12, Grogu, and Evazan. Clever Evazan droidsmiths have refurbished IG-11 salvaged parts into a pilotable frame for Grogu, who can operate the droid body like a vehicle. Stripped to the base model functions, the droid has been renamed IG-12. And I think this one would be great to take out of the package and put it together because Grogu does fit within the armor of IG-12. And I love that they have the little Evazan figure there along with it. And for some reason, it does come with a rifle. I suppose IG-12 has to protect Grogu, right? We'll put him over here. Next, we have another one from the Mandalorian. And unfortunately, this one has a card that is crinkled. So not real happy about that because all the cards, well, when I look at this one, the card is warped a little bit, but actually, like I said, the warpage I think can be removed, but crinkles can't be taken out. So not happy with that one, Entertainment Earth. Usually you're pretty good about sending out good cards on the figures. But let's take a look at this one a little closer. This is the Imperial Armored Commando. The latest generation of Imperial Super Commandos are highly trained warriors protected by Beskar alloy, cast in the form of elite trooper armor. And here again, we've got a nice looking stormtrooper, or commando, as you want to call them. The armor looks phenomenal. Really nice detail on it, even with the little chest plate there. And comes with a lot of accessories, including a shield, a rifle, a pistol, and another type of weapon. I think that is, I forget what it's called, but looks great. This one and this one really came together. Now Hasbro, this is what you should be doing. Let's put a few more accessories with things instead of a pistol. Really. After all, we're paying quite a bit for these things nowadays. It sure doesn't cost you much to put a couple little accessories like that in what? Maybe a nickel or a dime? Come on. 2 left. One is from the prequels, one is from the original trilogy. Let's do the prequel one first, because this is another one. Looks great. You can tell the vintage collection is really getting good with the sculpts. And the facial sculpt on this one, once again, is great. Who is it? Aurra Sing, one of our favorite bounty hunters. The feared bounty hunter, known for her chalk white skin and built-in comlink antenna, Aurra Sing was an expert sniper and trained assassin who would work for anyone who paid her. Looking at this one, once again, it comes with a few accessories, which is nice. And I love the antenna coming out of her head. They did a pretty good job with that, and especially with the hair. Very long fingers on her, and comes with 2 pistols and a long rifle on her back. Very well done. Whoever designed Aurra Sing, I commend you. You did a good job. The last one I have here is from the original trilogy. In fact, it's from the very first Star Wars movie, A New Hope. This one's going to look good with the other ones from that show. It's Dr. Evazan. Number 57. We're going way back to 57. By the way, Aurra Sing was 73. The Imperial Clone Trooper was 366. But anyway, back to Dr. Evazan. A grubby scam smuggler from El Salcan, Cornelius Evazan was once a promising surgeon, but became notorious for conducting cruel medical experiments. This figure looks awesome. The facial sculpt is very well done again. The body looks really good along with the clothing around it. Unfortunately, we're back to just the one accessory here, and that is a pistol. But I like the picture on the card. That is a really good picture. So there we have it. The 8 action figures that I've got with this order. IG-12, the Clone Trooper from the 501st Legion, Chopper in Imperial disguise, Dr. Evazan, Aurra Sing, the Imperial Armored Commando, the Mandalorian Super Commando, and Lieutenant Callahan. Which one of these happens to be your favorite? I'm going to say out of all of these, it's kind of a little iffy for the top, but I'm going to say the Mandalorian Super Commando is my favorite of this batch. Although the Imperial Armored Commando is a close second. And these two, I just wanted as part of my collection. Anything to do with the prequels and sequels, I want for my collection. Well, I'd say about half of these are going to be going in the wall in the other room. But I had to start another wall over here because the Andor, the Ahsoka, the Obi-Wan, and the Rebels figures didn't fit in the other room anymore. So I had to start a new wall over here. So pretty much half of these are going there. Half of these are going in there. Be fun hanging them up again. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below. Let me know which is your favorite. And of course, hit that thumbs up. Let others know. Let YouTube know that there are people who enjoy this content. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notifications bell so that you're notified when new videos come out. Well, until next time, may the Force be with you and keep collecting!